Everyone thinks they know what OnlyFans is. You've heard the jokes, you've seen the headlines. You probably have a very specific image in your head the moment someone says that name. But here's what almost nobody talks about: the actual story of how it started, why it was built, and how a quiet British entrepreneur accidentally created one of the most controversial, most profitable, and most misunderstood platforms in internet history. Because the real origin of OnlyFans is nothing like what you think. And honestly, it's a lot more interesting. The year is 2016. A man named Timothy Stokely is sitting in London, frustrated. This isn't his first rodeo in the online content business. He'd previously launched a couple of adult content websites that had modest success but nothing explosive. He understood one fundamental problem that kept nagging at him. Content creators, whether fitness coaches, musicians, chefs, or adult performers, were pouring their energy into platforms like Instagram and YouTube, building massive audiences, and then making almost nothing from it. The platforms took the attention, the advertisers took the money, the creators got crumbs. Stokely wanted to fix that. His idea was simple and radical at the same time. What if creators could charge their fans directly, with no advertiser, no middleman, and no algorithm deciding who gets seen? What if the fan paid the creator directly for exclusive content? He called it OnlyFans. Here's what most people completely miss. OnlyFans was not launched as an adult content platform. That is one of the most widespread misconceptions about its origins. When it launched in 2016, it was positioned as a general creator monetization platform. Fitness trainers were among the first major users, charging subscribers for workout plans and nutrition advice. Musicians used it to share unreleased tracks with paying fans. Chefs posted exclusive recipes. Comedians shared early material. The subscription model was the product. The content category was wide open. Stokely had essentially built what Patreon was also building around the same time: a direct pipeline between creators and their most loyal fans, with the creator keeping the majority of the revenue. OnlyFans took 20% of earnings. Creators kept 80%. In the content economy, that was genuinely revolutionary. So how did it become what it is today? The answer is a combination of creator demand, platform desperation, and one very specific moment in history. Adult content creators had long been struggling with platforms that demonetized them, banned them, or shadow blocked their content without warning. Payment processors refused to work with them. Mainstream social media treated them like second-class citizens. When OnlyFans arrived with an open-door policy, no content discrimination, and an 80% revenue split, adult creators flooded in. They were entrepreneurial, they were tech-savvy, and they were tired of being exploited. OnlyFans gave them economic independence for the first time, and they took full advantage of it. The platform's growth was steady but not explosive, until 2020 changed everything. When the COVID-19 pandemic shut down the world, millions of people lost their incomes overnight. OnlyFans suddenly became a financial lifeline. Celebrities joined to stay relevant. Mainstream influencers joined out of curiosity or desperation. Models, athletes, and musicians who would never have considered it before suddenly saw it differently. The platform went from roughly 7 million users in early 2020 to over 85 million by the end of that year. It was one of the fastest growth trajectories any platform had ever seen. And at the center of that explosion was the adult content that had quietly become the engine of the entire business. Then came the moment that revealed everything about what OnlyFans had become. In August 2021, the company announced it would ban sexually explicit content starting in October of that year, citing pressure from banking partners and payment processors. The internet erupted. Creators were furious. Within days, after an overwhelming backlash from the very community that had built the platform into a billion-dollar business, OnlyFans reversed the decision entirely. The message was impossible to ignore. The adult creators weren't just users of the platform, they were the platform. Without them, there was no OnlyFans. That reversal was one of the most public admissions in tech history that a company had become entirely dependent on the community it had once barely intended to host. Today, OnlyFans generates billions in revenue annually. Its creator base spans fitness, music, cooking, and yes, adult content. Timothy Stokely has since stepped back, with his brother Beak Stokely taking a more active role in operations. The platform continues to wrestle with its identity, trying to attract mainstream creators while remaining the dominant home for adult content online. But strip everything back, and the real reason OnlyFans was created is almost painfully simple. A creator economy was being robbed in broad daylight, and one person decided to build a door where there had only been walls. What walked through that door just turned out to be far more complicated than anyone planned. And that, more than anything else, is the story of OnlyFans.